What is going on? I'm zmoT. No dev build today. We are doing the real game because I just found a hack for the Mega Crab and I wanted to share it with. I was just sitting here scratching my head, going like, "This is stupid. This is ridiculous. This should not work." And thought, hey, that's the perfect thing to share with you guys. So, full disclaimer: I am full boosted. Also, to the hatred of the pitchfork crowd, I do have an engraving boosted. So this is all helping. And if we go back into here, I also have the GBE tribe boosted. I've got Riflemen life leech boosted. This is important, folks. This one is important. And then the mech health plus 50%. So we got like 12, 13, at least 16 boosts going on. But you know what? I'm not even going to show you a replay. We're just going to go in and I'll show you how I'm doing the Mega Crab. I am on stage 41. I have lost basically 0 troops and I have lost 0 attacks. So just to be overly cautious, because you guys are looking over my shoulder, I'm going to drop 2 artillery and pop those cryo bombs. And then I'm just going to drop this stuff and watch this. We're going to put 3 times mode on, and I'm just going to pound the second wind button. And we are going to get some life leech rifles, and they're going to heal themselves, and Kavan's going to do something, and that is how I've gotten this far. We lost 1 Zuka and 2 mechs, and frankly, that is more troops than I've lost, like, ever. Like, if we look at my attacks here, losing 0 troops, or 1 mech there, sorry. You losing 1 Zuka there, losing just nothing. I was gonna say literally nothing, figuratively nothing, and just flying through the stages. So if you are looking for a very, very, very quick way to get to a diamond statue or a legendary statue, this is the way to do it. I never have enough patience for Mega Crab. I find that it's just way, way, way too many hours for me. And as soon as I bring you guys on board, Kavan's probably going to die. But you look at that and I lost 0 troops. So the first one was an anomaly, I promise you. The life leech rifles are going to get out front. They're going to clear mines. And then your mechs are just, and I don't think this is even required, to be honest. Because we have that speed boost, we don't really even need to worry about those things, but I am being a little bit cautious just because they do a little bit of damage. And by the way, we are using 2 different squad leaders here, and so we are using them just so ridiculous. So I know that Hasty Crab has always been ridiculous, but this is next level silly. Anyway, so we are using that firebrand, and we are using the Muka, not the Zuka, but the Muka. And in case you haven't clicked over into there, we do have prettier skins for the Muka and the Ninja Zuka. And the Ninja Zuka, I showed you how on stage 63 you can sneak them over to the side, but let's be honest, that was not required. And we're just I can just zoom in down here. I don't even have to watch what's happening, and we'll just see how our troops are going to do. Did we lose some troops? Are we failing? And by the way, I have not yet got that 100. Uh-oh, did I lose some troops? We got out of there too quickly. We lost no troops. So not even paying attention. By the way, do not use an auto clicker. You will get banned. That is not what I'm suggesting here. But this is about as close of a hack to a hack, like an actual legitimate hack. And maybe we'll throw some critters out there just to be a little bit extra cautious, because you don't want to lose troops near boom cannons and the like. But again, same deal. We're just clicking away down here, and might as well zoom in a little bit closer here, just hoping that we've got some troops there. And we've got that 108. You see, that 108 GBE was our next second wind, and we lost 0 troops, and we are now on to stage 46. So I have said for a long time that the Mega Crab needs grapplers. It needs sky shields. It needs lots and lots of things, because it is way too easy in its current form. And whether or not you agree I mean, maybe you like it to be easy because you farm powder, or maybe you like getting to stage 100 or whatever the heck it might be. But this Hasty Crab, my friends, whoops, I was wondering what was going on. I was like, something's not right. It's because we are not at 6 times speed or 8 times speed or whatever the heck we're at now. 2 times, no, let's see here. What are we at here? We are at 250% times 3, so 750%, give or take. This is kind of like when your buddy tries to play like BeamNG or whatever the heck game you're playing on like full frames per second. And honestly, the Boom Beach engine can't keep up, and that's why you should never use speed serum after a little bit. How about this gameplay though, folks? Look at this gameplay. We are so. Oh, we lost a bunch of troops. I started to get cocky. We lost a bunch of troops. So that time we lost 4 mechs. So maybe stage 47 is when things start to change, or maybe there was like a hot pot off screen or something like that just ate up all our troops. So if you don't have instant training, then yes, by all means, be a little bit more careful. Throw some critters out, throw your mechs out, and my troop composition of where I've laid them out, by the way, just absolutely terrible. But one thing you don't want to do is use speed serum, because the way speed serum works is it makes your troops shoot, I believe it's 4 times faster, but then they get half as much damage. So they do get more damage, but when they're already starting to clip because they're moving too quickly and they can't actually move any quicker because the Boom Beach game engine was written in like 2005 or something like that, then that speed serum there becomes more of a detriment, and you end up only getting the 50% less damage and not the actual speed up. And I don't know the exact numbers. It's been a long time since I investigated that, but just know there is a penalty for using speed serum when your troops can't go any faster. So that is where we're going to end. We'll do one more just to get a little bit farther. We'll get it. We're already in stage 50. Looking at the global leaderboard, there is already a player at stage 480, just to show, like, that's like a lot of hours of playing the game, even if they're attacking at 3 times mode, which I don't think they are. If they're actually attacking to get on the leaderboard, it's just bonkers. And I would love to hear your feedback. Should there be and just to be overly clear, I'm not saying there should be grapplers until after you get the legendary trophy, or maybe even after stage 100, just to make it so that you and I, who just want to get some powder, don't have to deal with grapplers or critter launchers or sky shields. But after that, say at stage 100, please make it more difficult. And if you're one of those players who pushes the leaderboard, I kind of assume that you would want the same thing, because then it's more about skill at that point than just time available. So right now it's just like a war of attrition. Like, I would love it if someone got over stage 1000. I don't know if that's actually possible. I hope it is, because that would kind of rub sand in the wound or salt in the wound, or it would just make it look it would be a little bit of egg on Supercell's face. How about that? And I know the devs are working on making the crab better, and I know that they're great people. They work their butts off, and they don't get nearly the credit they deserve from this old dying clan classic game that we all play. But and that's where I just need to ask the question, I suppose. It's like, why do we not have these things yet? There's probably the same, just like the why we don't have defensive skins yet on the Boom Pass, probably something similar to that. So with a little bit of planning and a little bit of carefulness, you can just crush this Mega Crab. We will keep going. You need to spend a couple diamonds here and there probably to make sure that your boats are fully charged, but we don't have to do anything, as we saw here. So we're just going to send those guys out there, and we'll send these guys way, way, way over here. And like, you don't have to go 3 times mode either. Like, you can actually throw some shocks out there and throw some GBE out, and then your troops are going to do that much better. I am just showing you that if you're just trying to farm some powder, It is not required at all to play the game or watch the game or pay any sort of attention. So I am going to actually pay a little bit of attention on this hit, and I'll probably lose more troops just out of sheer hilarityness. That's actually a word for sure, right? So I have done about a quarter the number of second wins that I normally do, and we have lost, it looks like 0 troops yet again. So yes, do use this troop combo. It is amazing. You end up with so many boosts that it's ridiculous. If you don't have any time, just do the 3 times mode. But if you want to actually play the crab and you enjoy playing the crab, I hear you. I agree 1,000%. I just don't have the time. So I am all about just 3 times moding my way through this puppy. And then I get to keep a close eye on my landing crafts and just make sure that my troops are moving forwards. And the timer has stopped, so the stage is over. So on to the next one. What do we get at stage 60? Where are our rewards? Stage 60, we get diamond. You know what? We're going for diamond, friends, because these stages are just falling away like, I don't know. I don't have enough similes or metaphors to keep myself occupied, sadly. But there is a couple doom cannons over there, so we'll pop that, and then we'll pop that cryo bomb back there and maybe throw some of those, and now we can get into 3 times mode and just fly on through. Mechs are shocking things, and in the event that your mechs do die, you end up getting some new ones from Kevy Kavan, and it looks like I lost quite a bit of troops that time. Getting expensive. So those octagonal bases were no problem. Now that we're on to stage 57, they're going to get harder and harder, and this is not a viable path if you're trying to do well at the Mega Crab. But like I said, I have yet to lose a stage, and we are on stage 57, so I don't have time to just keep going and going and going. You will not see me at stage 300. I probably will make it to stage 100, but part of this is that you end up forgetting about all of this gold you're getting, and I forget to get those raw crystals. So what I am doing right now is I am pushing because I want some powder. I am also pushing because I want to fill up my raw crystals because it's been a minute since I've done that. So once those things get filled up, I probably should throw a shock back there because there's a lot of doom cannons back there. Maybe we'll throw a shock back there as well, and just we are losing lots and lots of troops this time because there were a lot of doom cannons back there, and as a result, we came pretty gosh darn close to dying. So probably want to start using flares pretty quickly. On that one, we could have avoided most of those doom cannons by just hugging that right-hand side wall, but that wouldn't have shown my point nearly as well. So now that that's done, we're going to wait to see which way that laser points, and then we'll just 3 times mode through this, and that should, in theory, get us towards that diamond tier. And I don't think we need to worry about those doom cannons because we got lots of rifles out front. And just like that, with 0 casualties, we have made it to diamond. So I will leave it there. This is not a standard video. I don't usually put out 2 videos in a row, and I'm not usually this animated, but this is something that will help you on the Mega Crab, especially if you're max or near max. As you can see, I am not max, but pretty gosh darn close. So do max that, do max that, do max that, and do spend your stuff. This should help you if you're trying to get your rocket choppers upgraded. I am trying to get this dude unlocked, working on things in the armory at the same time, and also upgrading a couple buildings because, like I said, I'm not quite max, but I am zmoT. So thank you for coming in, liking, sharing, subscribing, more importantly, commenting. Those things make my weekend. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace.